With three. Brooklyn. Oh boy, that's right. That is the Big Brother competition theme in November.
It's November.
Mid-November. But it is not mid to us because we are still talking about Big Brother. Who are we? We are the hosts of the Diary Room WMSC, what could be your favorite Big Brother commentary show. I am one of two hosts. 'Tis I, Emol, joined with my lovely co-host,
Chris.
It's getting windy in the studio.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's getting windy outside too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, today is very nice actually.
Today is nice. There's a chill in the air.
It's a chill, but there's no breeze.
No breeze.
No breezes.
Knock on wood. We're in Montclair, where it's Wind City.
On a mountain.
Shout out mountains.
Big ups to mountains.
We are so super silly today in the studio because we, at the end of this episode, are going to be freed from the diary room, and we will be free. We will be able to breathe fresh air, but it is also very bittersweet. We are yapping here live on the 12th of November, still talking about Big Brother because we still got some shenanigans to get through, but this will be our final BB27 show. No, la policía, no. The police, aka production, they're like, you're still talking about Big Brother. It's all these weeks later. Yes, you're unfamiliar. We're talking about the reality TV show on CBS, Big Brother season 27, wrapped up quite literally a month and a half ago at this point. I think it was September 28th. This season ended, and we still got some things to yap about. We spent the last few weeks recapping the finale, not just the finale episode, but the entire week, because it was so action-packed, and they squeezed like the last, 7 house guests in the last week or so.
Yep.
So we took some time to recap what was going on there, and it took all this time. And again, now we're here. We finished the finale. We talked all things finale. And so what is there to do beyond that? But we're titling this episode somewhat of post BB27 shenanigans. And so we get to talk all things post BB27 season. The funniest part of this is, the finale happens. It's a whirlwind. You talk about the last 6 house guests, like, out of the house, and immediately, okay, now, boom, we're done. What? What do you mean we're done? We just spent 3 months basically living with these 17 strangers, and then 16. They're gone.
We knew one of them.
Well, we
know a lot about one of them.
We knew about Rachel Riley. And then the ones that Zay, who's like,
yeah,
we'll get into Zay, who was gone in a second. But even still, and one of the strangest things about this show, and I know a lot of the cast members, mostly the alumni, were complaining about, why is there not a post-season kind of debrief thing? You spend all this time with these people, there's cameras on the 24/7, you have the jury roundtable, sure, and then everything's done, and there's no, like, there's a level of closure in the finale. Oh, you find out who wins, you find out who's America's favorite player, they talk a little bit of dirt on what's going on, but it's still on live TV, and there's not a lot. So what happens afterwards? So there is this thing called the internet, and luckily we've got it. And so I, like many other Big Brother people, I'm on a mission. The next thing that I have going for me is, now I need to stalk everybody's social media, and we need to see what they have going on. And I think that's kind of where I'll open. I'll go through some of the things that the house guests have been up to since the end of the season. I know that there's one particular house guest that we want to talk about the most, so maybe I'll do a quick recap of the others before we get there. But for a little bit of a cliffhanger, or to hook you guys in, one Vinny, who has barely been active on social media, as of 13 hours ago, released his second YouTube video post season. We'll get into that a little bit. For the other house guests, however, I don't even know where to start. Do you have am I controlling the postseason? You have a lot of knowledge up here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of doing a little scrape of
Yep.
the interwebs to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing a lot of posts of house guests hanging out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This one's cute, except there is a glaring Riley shaped hole in the photo. But Zach, Lauren are together, sort of like talking, I guess I would say. And then it is so Zach, Lauren, Zay, and Adrian are also hanging out with them, along with the other two.
The other one.
They're enjoying life after Big Brother, posted by the BB Network on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll start with then Zach and Lauren.
Yes.
Right. So they were a not manse in the house where Zach clearly had a crush on her, and she was like, talk about it later. It appears to me like they're talking about it now.
I mean, I understand Lauren wanting to. This was the best possible situation to happen, I will say, because Lauren was strictly game, and I love that about her too. That was probably my favorite part about her gameplay, because she is one of the few people who actually stuck to their guns. Because I mean, she was from day one. I know Zach is a good looking dude, but I'm here to win Big Brother. Yeah. And she got real close. She did. She had one of the best games in the house. And now, after, it's time to celebrate. And obviously, she could have seen all the stuff that he said about her while they were on the show that she didn't know he was saying. But now that they're free to observe, she had more time to reconsider. And there's not $750,000 on the line for their relationship. So I'm sure that they are probably having a great time. I mean, Zach seems like he's fairly well off, and I mean, they both are probably well off. I'm sure that Big Brother has treated them well, and it's good to see. I like the nice little. They're just moving right along with their lives, and it's not the other guy, not the guy that I just said, but the other one that we were just talking about at the beginning before the one guy.
This is incredible. Yeah, I know outside of that, Lauren too, I believe she was from Louisiana. She's in the process of moving to New York.
Yes.
And and then Zach is doing more, he's getting his master's. And so they have not confirmed that they're together, but they've been hanging out a whole bunch. And again, as much as I think it would be great to have a postseason roundtable, I want a little bit of people clearing the air, people talking dirt on one another. However, as much as I say that, I also completely respect their privacy, while I also love that they're kind of entertaining the fans by saying, like, yeah, we're hanging out. Hopefully, when they're ready, if they do decide to get together, they do keep us in the loop a little bit. Because I'd be definitely curious. And Chris has his hand raised.
That's my hand raised. You can finish your thought. I just found something really cool.
That's basically it. I love that they're keeping us kind of in the know, but also I totally respect their privacy to whether or not they're actually together. Let them figure it out themselves. And I will be patiently waiting to see more information. But Chris, you have a thought?
Not just a thought.
Oh, no.
I have a very, very interesting thing that I just dug up.
Slay.
Rachel did an AMA on Reddit. And this was about a week ago. She's just answering a bunch of questions.
Really?
A whole bunch of questions. I'll send you the link in our little document that we have.
Oh, slay.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is a very lengthy thread. She's answering a whole bunch of questions about the game.
Oh, wow. The text is a wee bit large, isn't it? Lovely.
Yep, it works. Yeah, so, I mean, I just stumbled upon this. It is...
Oh, I have to prove my humanity to Reddit. Oh my gosh.
It's it's very long thread, and she answered almost everyone's questions.
What I'll make sure that we do too is I'll post this link on our Instagram at thediaryroom.wmsc if you're in the mood to catch up with us. That is so interesting. I didn't even know about this. The most that I knew was she left the house and immediately was on like The Bold and the Beautiful. Like she just got back to work. Like Rachel Riley's not sitting down. She had a minute in the jury house and she's like, I'm up, I'm back. I can't sit down. But that's so interesting. I didn't even realize that. She also then to go more on what Rachel's up to, but let me know if you find like a highlight in the thread.
Yeah.
She was she's been in touch with pretty much everybody in the cast as far as I know. I know we'll get to kind of the big players in a bit, but I know Morgan has, since she's on a lot of live streams, I don't know if you've heard, but she is a gamer. And so naturally she's streaming all the time, and I'm genuinely I'm watching her like constantly. But she was saying that she's talked to Rachel a whole bunch. Rachel's reached out to a whole bunch of the house guests because she knows what it's like to come out of the house and other people don't know the experience you've gone through, talk things through. So she has really been a resource to everybody that left the BB27 house. She was also at there was some premiere of a show, The Road, I believe, like a upcoming, or now it's been on competition show where she was there with Jimmy and they were making some fun videos. So they're still really close, which is cool to know. And that's incredible also to just be like a person. You're just a person. And then you go in the Big Brother house and you leave, and now you're good friends with the Rachel Riley.
No,
I don't think any one of them could have predicted that. And I don't know if she's really close with everybody, but I know even Kelly was not the biggest Rachel fan and vice versa. And it sounds like there's really positive thoughts on Kelly. Like, I feel like out of the house, maybe she's just a little bit easier to be with.
Well, she did actually answer a question like that to kind of frame her like the way that she thinks about the game versus like outside relationships. Because somebody asked her about her time in 12 and 13 and like how she was especially argumentative with like Reagan and Brittany from 12 and Danny from 13 is what the original poster mentioned. But she responded, she was like, I don't let the game get to me. She can't imagine her life without the people that she met on the show. So she does a very good job at separating game versus personal relationships with people. So I'm sure that even outside of the house, regardless of how the players perceived her or how she was perceived by the players, or she perceived the players. I just said
yeah, we got there. It's fine. Yeah.
But I mean, she is very. It is all an act. It seems.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that wasn't very hard to figure out. It's like, who is just that mean and rude for some reason? But I mean, that's just what makes Rachel Rachel.
Yeah.
Another interesting thing, she wants to be on Survivor. Apparently,
yes.
Allegedly, she did also send in an audition tape because somebody was like, Rachel should be the first. Rachel or Sari, they said, should be the first people to complete the CBS trifecta.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Be Big Brother. Did they do Amazing Race?
So yeah, she has, and then I suppose Sari hasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Survivor.
Oh my god.
Rachel hasn't been on Survivor.
Which reminds me, for more post BB stuff, but more so BB25 and 26. So Quinn, Live, Laugh, Love, Quinn Martin. is live on Twitch consistently. My favorite was when he found out last week that my name is Emily because my username is my name with no vowels, so it's MLY. So he keeps going Malie, and then shout out to my friend Cass, who was like, "It's your turn, Emily." And he's like, "Wait, has your name been Emily the whole time?" I thought that was so funny. But he was doing something, and he was like casting like if so the current season of Amazing Race, the duos are primarily a Big Brother person and a family member, a friend, or whatever. But one duo is Kyland and Taylor. I don't like Kyland. And Live, Laugh, Love Taylor though. And it's like, oh, if you paired people from the same season, or like if you paired Big Brother people with Big Brother people, who would they be with? And he was laughing because he was like, I'd probably be with Tucker. But then like, oh yeah, Suri maybe with her son would refuse to call him by his name. They have such intense beef that I think is so funny. So now I'm just curious if Suri, I don't think she would be paired with Izzy just because Izzy's on the current season with her girlfriend or fiance or wife. I don't remember, but but I was like, oh no, I wish Suri was on with Izzy. That's my side rant. But with Rachel on Survivor, I know she was doing a whole bunch of interviews and people were like, so when are you gonna complete this? She was on Amazing Race years ago with Alyssa, with her sister. And I don't believe they won that season, but slayed regardless. Slayed regardless. I truthfully do not watch Survivor. I think it's just because of time. But oh boy, I graduated, and do I have time now? I actually don't, but I don't have the money to show for it. But regardless, the next season of Survivor, so 49 is on now. 50 is like All Stars kind of thing. I'm like, 51, bring BB people in there, bring Rachel Riley, complete the trifecta. That would be so slay. It would also get people like me to watch. Yeah. I mean, I'm watching Amazing Race currently, and I don't usually watch Amazing Race.
The only other CBS reality show that I have watched is Survivor, but like a long time ago. I don't remember. Freshman year or something. Freshman year of high school.
Get people like us back in.
Yeah. Bring Rachel over.
If you're in the mood, casting directors. She's interested.
She is interested. She said
and so are the
verbatim from her mouth that she is interested.
From her mouth to her typing thingies.
Well, yes. Another interesting thing I did find in here also is, so I think it's funny that we were talking about how much she was cooking for the rest of the house.
Yes.
Did you know that she was on Worst Cooks in America?
Yes, I did.
And somebody asked her about that.
That is so funny.
She was like, that taught me so much. And I mean, I guess it did, because everybody was talking about how they loved her food and how much she was cooking. So
that's hilarious.
She learned something.
That is so funny. I know someone asked Keanu if he knew that she was on the show, and he's like, I didn't know. I liked the food. I thought it was really good.
She learned.
Good for Rachel, who's like just still done so dirty this season, but is yet continues to be on top of the world. Like, she is fine. She's doing great. She's chilling with her family again, doing her mama things, and she's on TV. She's auditioning for Survivor. I think personally it would be really foolish to not have her on.
Yes.
51, 52 in the next couple of seasons, because again, it would pull people like me personally. And I don't know if anyone listening, it pulled me back to Amazing Race. The last time I watched, I think, was when she was on, and like Tyler Oakley, something like that was like 10 years ago now, something like that. I'm like, okay, fantastic. So that's how you get that kind of audience. And I think that would be fantastic. But Live, Laugh, Love Rachel Riley. Again, done so dirty, but here we are. Who to go to next? Truthfully, the funny thing is I have something that I laughed about with Zay, because there's this. Do you know about the Big Brother cruises?
No.
There's cruises. And
like the house guests?
Like there's an organizer who makes an event where all these Big Brother house guests of years past.
This year?
Yeah, they go on a cruise and you get to meet them and greet them and such.
That's so cool.
There was one last year that Quinn from BB26 and then Corey from 25 were on this cruise. and apparently it didn't go so well. But there's a different one. There's a new one with different organizers that are good people, right? And I forget exactly who's on it, but like I'm pretty sure Morgan, I think like Janelle.
Oh, it's
like they have
happening?
like it's going to, and they announced it recently, and then there's so point is this cruise. There was controversy with whichever one was there last year, and Angela was on it. I remember Angela, 'cause she was meeting with BB Steph, who's a Big Brother like content creator. She's fantastic. I repost her stuff all the time. She's always on it. Where they like snuck into a room that they weren't supposed to, and they did like a secret interview, and it was so funny because it's like Angela's like, no, I'm still doing the interview. Like things were disorganized, but there's gonna be another one, right? And that reminds me of all like these upcoming events, and I'll see if I could find the exact name of it. But there is an upcoming BB event that I think is a cruise, but I will find out if I'm getting all my information mixed up. But it includes all of the BB27 house guests except for Ava and Vinny, but includes Zay.
Hey, I mean, I'm sure he's a fun to be around person, and I also think that he especially was prioritized for getting him on it because of how little time he had on the show was.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, he's hanging out with the house guests. And I mean, if I was a house guest who got out later, I feel like I would want to include Zay into everything because of the fact that he got out early. And it's not necessarily like first week exit person, 99.9% of the time is not their fault. They just lost the game. They didn't have any other aspect of the game, or they lost the competition. I'm sorry. They didn't have any other aspect of the game to latch on to keep himself safe.
Yeah.
And he just got unlucky. And so I would want to include him because he's a house guest just as much as the other house guests. He went through the entrance. I mean, I guess not really.
I think part of me is like, really? Like the first boot is a part of this. Who wants to talk to the first boot? But at the same time, good for him. Get involved, do the things. You were on national TV. It may not have been as long as some other people, but still, like, get involved there. I'm not particularly surprised that Vinny, who we will get to, is not a part of it, or Ava. And so I guess this kind of opens the Ava door where she, to my knowledge, she got out of the house and is just like forgetting Big Brother. She's moving on with her life. She is back in the city. She's chilling with her boyfriend. She's in a band. She's performing. She's moving on. So the cool thing is that she's still active on social media.
Because she was already she already had my roommate. Shout out Alyssa Arroyo.
Hi, Alyssa.
Greatest engineering. I forgot. Greatest engineering director.
Greatest of all time.
She was following Ava before Big Brother.
As my friend Madeline, the whole time she's like, "How's the flower girl doing?"
She was like, "Oh my god, I know who Ava is."
Yeah.
But also, I did find the Legends Cruise is what it's called.
Okay.
The Big Brother Legends Cruise.
Is this the good one?
The one for the one coming up is going to be at the end of January.
Okay, slay. Yeah, again, I heard bad things about a different one. That to my knowledge, sounds like the good one. Did not do my own research on it. I just know that the house guests are like, this one should be fine. Sounds great.
Yeah, a couple guests included. All of the special guests that they had this year for this season, like Casey and Derek, and I don't know about. It doesn't say anything about Taylor, but there's also Tyler, Jag, and Daniela from what season was she from? I forget.
Daniela?
Was she from 25? I don't remember her because I didn't watch 25. So Daniela Reyes.
Oh, that's Danielle Reyes.
Danielle
was on
Daniela.
BB3.
Daniela.
Well, why would they do that?
I don't know. That's what Daniela. Double mole for anybody watching.
I don't know. Tiny. I know Danielle Reyes from there's two Danielles. There's a whole bunch of Well, shout out Danielle's and Daniela's. Shout out to all my Danielas at the crib. Ava's living her life. She's doing her own thing. Again, like you said, like I know she had a big like TikTok presence. She's still chilling with that. And so the fact that she's not on these cruises and these things, I'm not surprised. And I respect it. At the end of the game, she went from being a front runner for America's favorite player to really being disliked because of her negative comments about Rachel. I am hoping that they had the chance to talk it over in the weeks after the show. I know Rachel said in interviews that she had yet to hear from Ava. I hope that they're clearing the air amongst the two of them. Again, as much as I want this kind of closure and I want to know, I also understand and recognize their privacy. I just like to see people get along, like in general, like just in life. So I hope that they're able to talk some things through and be oh so chill. Because I feel like Ava probably just talked about all that stuff out of frustration. Oh my gosh, this just in as of 3 days ago because I didn't see it. X BB winner, what season was that? 24, is engaged. Slay. BB X Cookout.
Oh, X. Yes.
Is engaged. X. I just saw it at the top of my with his fiance Kenzie, and
together.
They're gorgeous.
Before the game.
I don't know. They look stunning. Oh my god.
X is like,
look at them.
His dress.
Look at him.
He know how to. Yeah, I mean he's a lawyer, right?
Yes.
I knew he was in.
It's like he knows how to clean up, but he was never not clean.
No, I liked him though. I mean, if I had to choose like somebody at the beginning of the season that I wanted to win, he would have definitely been a front runner.
I do like X.
Apparently, the Big Brother cruise is like open to everybody. You just have to reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Keanu and Jag and Paul apparently are going to be there.
Chris, do you want to do something with Jag?
That's.
I love that there's all these legends and there's all these really great people, and I'm like, yeah, so whatever. And then you mentioned Paul, and I'm like, it would be so embarrassing for me, but like I feel like we would get along. We've got a lot of issues.
Oh, I'm sure.
Is that Paul calling? Oh no, I don't know how to approach this. Do you want to?
I can just keep talking.
Yeah.
Well, a couple things that we were going to talk about. That
Paul hung up the phone.
I was just about to talk about what we were going to talk about. I guess we can get into it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 1:38. We can definitely yap about this for 30 minutes. Should we get into it? Because I mean, the other house guests have been fairly.
You're talking about him.
Yeah.
So I'll quickly say a recap in Ashley moment.
Yes, I was gonna say. You have anything?
Because I know we could yap about him for a hot minute, and in turn we could talk about her.
Yes.
But Ashley, so Ashley at the very beginning had a very rocky start to her post BB27 life because she does not know when to stop talking. And I live for it. And I saw her, she was on live on Instagram, on TikTok, on whatever. She's trying to figure out how to monetize things. She doesn't know how, like, she seems like an elderly person exploring the internet for the very first time. It's actually amazing.
In the tech sector, she's a lawyer.
She does not know what she's doing.
She don't know how to monetize the video.
But she's learning. She hung out with a lot of the pre-jury people because after the season ended, they held the top 3 and America's favorite player back for like a day or two. So they didn't even get to celebrate or yap with their people or whatever. So she's freed and she's hanging out with all these pre-jurors. And I saw her find out about Riley's children live on TikTok. She's like, oh, he's a father? And then all of it's like Amy and Zach and Adrian, and they'll go, oh.
Oh, they were with her?
They were with her.
They all knew, but they just assumed.
Other room. And then they're like, what? And oh my gosh. It was so funny. She's so expressive too. And then there's this other thing. She went live in in the car with Amy, and she's yapping. She's really saying all these things that she probably shouldn't, and just like dirt on people. And there was this weird, confusing time where she was good friends with Morgan for an hour, and then they were beefing, but then she said they weren't beefing, but then because they said that, then they started beefing. And so I don't know where they are now, but what I do know is that she has sponsorships for lip gloss, and that's great.
That's cool.
And because I mean, honestly, her lipstick, like, that was iconic. I don't know if you noticed it, but I noticed.
Oh yeah, no, she always had
listening.
some kind of lip combo on every single day.
It was fantastic, and a lot of people are like, what's going on here? So she did like a little tutorial. I think she's sponsored now, so that's great for her. Really quick on literally just Riley and Catherine. I don't know anything. The latest update I have is that they were hanging out with everyone, but they're kind of quiet around them. They're both going to events.
Yeah.
And not, maybe he's not on the cruise, but he's on this other event that I was thinking of. And he's still involved. He put out he did not do his postseason interviews on the show, but he did do interviews with BB staff, who I mentioned before, which was very interesting. Why there's just like one exclusive interview. She asked about the children, and he refused to answer the first time. Then he did another interview after some backlash, and he said that there was a paternity test, and we haven't heard anything since. And I thought it was interesting that he even addressed that, because if you don't know, the controversy when he started,
that he is, well, I mean, I guess the fact that he's refusing shows that there is some kind of validity to this statement, like, because if it's like complete hogwash, it's like, what are we even getting this information from?
Yeah, his personal life just seems very messy. It seems like there's probably either not a lot of answers and people want them, or there are a lot of answers and we know that they're there, but he refuses to confirm. And again, it's hard because he doesn't really owe us anything. But we're looking at the way that he talked to Catherine when doors were closed, and it's a little bit concerning. And so it's very complicated, but that's the last I know about him. Adrian's still chilling with like bugs. Like stick bugs.
And then Kelly
And Kelly's with her boyfriend, living her best life. She's doing content now. I watched her do a Trader Joe's haul, because apparently a lot of the HOH like goods that you get are from Trader Joe's, which makes sense. I recognized a bunch of like the mac and cheese boxes or whatever.
I have stepped foot in one before.
We'll have to do a haul.
Nothing behind me. I'm from the other side of New Jersey. The real New Jersey, actually.
What do you mean by real Jersey?
The real New Jersey.
It's real New Jersey.
The real New Jersey that everybody talks about
is where I live.
Outside of New Jersey is where I live.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
North Jersey's where it's at.
Ain't nobody talk about North Jersey. That's just New York too, brother.
No.
I love it up here. I'm not going to say anything bad about it, because I love it up here. But I'm from the real New Jersey. The real New Jersey is Snooki, Jersey Shore. That's what everybody knows New Jersey as.
No.
Yes.
I know it as where I live.
Well,
and where I live is so slay.
We're from here. We know it. It's beautiful up here. New Jersey is the greatest country in the world.
I second that. So none of the house guests are coming up to real Jersey. However, they're going to what I have in my neck of the woods, which is Trader Joe's.
Right. Why, yes.
But she did a little haul. It was very cute. Maybe Chris and I will have to venture. We'll do our own HOH haul at a Trader Joe's. But she's chilling, doing her thing. Who am I forgetting before the obvious? Before the terror. Oh, Keanu.
Yes, I did see. He's not.
Keanu's on Twitch.
Yeah,
constantly.
He's probably streaming and he's back in his thing.
He's gaming a lot. And my favorite was, so kind of to ease into the end portion, Morgan is live pretty much all the time. She kept her chat to subscribers only and just changed it for her last stream. So I was finally able to yap. not that I don't want to financially support her, but I gotta wait a little minute to do that. But I love giving my little chats regardless. But I was there for there is a I'd say famous, but you know it's like small scale stream where she was live and Keanu was live and he was kind of falling apart and she called him and they were on the phone and I watched both of their streams at the same time where they're on the phone and she on stream was teaching him how to stream on Twitch. Like, you know, just little things like keyboard shortcuts and where to put your chat and stuff like that. It was so cool to watch in real time these people who were not necessarily working together in the house get along in real time outside of the house. It was so cute. Like I loved it. I'm like, this is the closure. This is what I'm asking for. And now whenever I see him on Twitch, and I'm not a gamer. I was one of many who kind of just watched a lot of Twitch during the pandemic. Like all these people playing like Among Us for hours. Like I go back on and all these people are still live and I love getting the notifications. So sometimes I'll kind of just have it on in the background. I don't really know of which they do. I don't know these games very much, but I do love like chilling.
One game.
Mm-hmm.
But,
well, she does a lot of talking.
Yeah.
You know, and it's still recapping Big Brother. Exactly. She's gained so many new followers from it.
Yeah.
And then Keanu, I haven't watched as closely recently, but he's definitely talked some things Big Brother while he's also playing. I think so.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
I follow him and Morgan and then Quinn and Corey. And of course, Taryn Armstrong. Shout out Taryn Armstrong, whose book is coming out this month, Behind the Mirror. I pre-ordered that many, many moons ago, and I can't wait to get it. Speaking of books, there was a recent announcement. This is more Survivor, but Rob Cesternino is coming out with a Survivor book, and it was announced the other day. The Tribe and I Have Spoken of Rob Cesternino of Rob Has a Podcast. That'll be out in May. They recently did a live show. He will also be on the next season of The Traitors, which is a fun fact, as will Ian, as in Ian Terry, like the Ian of Big Brother, and Tiffany, last name I am forgetting, but also of Cookout fame. And they will be on The Traitors very soon. But that some fun information.
I just found something.
Oh gosh.
So you remember when you were like Keanu would be amazing on the challenge? I was just scrolling through. I was like just like doing a scroll over his slash stream. I guess somebody in chat, or I mean maybe it was him, but there's just a 30-minute stretch of him just watching the challenge.
Really? He's studying. He's getting ready.
You might have called it.
He would be fantastic on it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that's probably why. I'd have to look and see how he got in to it. But I mean, yeah, he just went. He was playing this game that just came out. I don't know if I'm allowed to say names of stuff, so I'm just not gonna say anything.
Copy that.
But then he just switches. He goes and just starts watching the challenge for 30 minutes.
That's fantastic.
So
you heard it here first.
Keanu was studying the challenge,
as he should.
Whatever that means for the future of the challenge.
Yeah. For quickly other people I haven't mentioned, all I have on Amy is she dressed up as Rachel Riley for Halloween, and it was hilarious, and I really enjoyed that. I think I mentioned Jimmy before. I don't know what he's up to. Today he's hanging out with Derek Frazier, aka Big D.
Big D.
Apparently they're chilling. Shout out Big D. And who else have I not mentioned? Mickey, last I know, she was really, really pulling for followers. She wants following. She's like, I'll spill all the tea at 10,000 followers, and then she never got it. Or something like that. And I don't really have any updates on Will. I imagine he's also part of the group thing.
He's got a podcast. I'm sure he's just back to podcasting.
Oh, it's called Over the Edge Celebrity Weekend.
What?
That was the thing I was talking about when they have basically all the BB27 people.
Oh.
And Will's going to be a part of that. And what I love too is that means like everyone will be chilling. Yeah. You know, they'll have a chance to maybe talk things out behind the scenes. If people want to meet them, that'd be really cool. They get that opportunity. So he's still involved in that kind of stuff. And I think that means that we've covered everyone except him. Vinny the Lamp we get to discuss. So, like I said, we're currently speaking on November 12th. The show ended on September 28th, and I woke up this morning very sleepy. But I woke up regardless saying, okay, today is going to be our last episode of The Diary Room. And we're still talking about Big Brother all these weeks later. And I'm like, it's not that silly. Like, we're obsessed with the show. It's a great show. It's actually really terrible, but I love it so dearly.
Yes.
And is it a little silly to talk about it all these weeks later? Perhaps it is.
No.
And
have no shame.
None shame. But any form of like me being hesitant was completely thrown out the window when I open my phone and I go right to YouTube. I'm gonna listen to some music. Maybe there's a live stream out there of some kind, and I am blessed with opening my feed to the one Vinny, with unboxing my Big Brother 27 care package, Vince BB27. And now to go back a little bit, so he's got an account. His username is @VinnyPinaro. He, after the show, has spoken to nobody. There's no online presence. He maybe posted the night after, the night of, the day after, just a picture of him with Julie Chen. And then he says nothing. Obviously, to recap, but barely, he's controversial because he was getting a little too close with Morgan while he has a girlfriend at home. The girlfriend, Kelsey, private on Instagram. They're not saying anything. And the most we know of them is there's paparazzi that start popping up. Where there hasn't been paparazzi following Big Brother players since I don't remember.
Anyways.
Production squeaking a little bit, and we're gonna get. Oh,
it sounds like you ever like go to the dentist and it's like
we were in the Johnny Mac. Johnny Mac in the studio right now.
I thought he was a dentist.
Yes, and the have not room was just like dentist chairs. Johnny Mac. Yeah, a little squeaking in the studio, but we persevere. Keeping us on our toes. They were tweaking a little bit. They needed a minute.
They needed a second.
They're like, oh, we want to get in on the conversation. But anyway, I digress. So there was paparazzi, and there hasn't been paparazzi in like what, a decade?
I'm sure,
like 15 years, like whatever. And
paparazzi
suddenly,
is such an outdated concept because everybody knows how invasive it is, except for Vinny. Well, we did theorize that he was hiring this. Yes. This was a hired.
That he spent his $75K on hiring the paparazzi to take pictures of him with his
brother.
There was one with a guy, with some guy, and then with Kelsey at some point, his girlfriend, ? That's all we knew of him for weeks. And then, like I did this morning, there were several weeks ago, I opened up my feed.
Yes. At
the very, very top of my YouTube is a brand new YouTube channel. No subscribers, one video. Host Big Brother 27 Thoughts, Vince Pinaro. This was October 20th. That is just under, that's 3 weeks after the finale. He spends 3 months with these people. We watch him for 3 months. He's so super close with one Morgan. And now suddenly he's got thousands of subscribers. I am in fact one of them for research purposes. And it is a 10-minute on the dot edited video of him talking about Big Brother. He enters frame for some reason with an empty coffee cup. Shout out Jolene Lunzer, who I watched her roast this video for hours. It was the funniest thing. She's like, what is he doing? He enters the frame with an empty coffee cup. This video is edited so harshly because he goes on to talk about, to recap, it's a very strange video of him saying, essentially, he's taking accountability for the fact that he got a little too close with somebody else and is not respectful to his girlfriend. And he's very appreciative that his girlfriend was willing to have a conversation with him. But he takes accountability, but at the same time, he's like, I should have been more cautious. It's like, you should not have been cuddling another woman while you had a girlfriend.
Yep. That one.
And
right there.
like, I don't, that's the heart of it. And we could get to that because we've been watching him for months. But so he does take accountability, but kind of beats around the bush, in my opinion. The funniest part of it is he's like, now the question that you've all been waiting for, what is my relationship status? And as of the 20th of October, he said that they are on a break and they're figuring some things out. And then it immediately cuts to, and let's be honest, I could have done a lot better on my finale speech. Bro, that's not what we were talking about. I mean, the truth is yeah, like he could have done better, but he never would have done as great as Ashley. And the reason that he did as well as he did was because of Morgan, who he never once mentions by name in this video. It is such a weird, tight edit of just some dude in front of some curtain, and he's trying to address allegations and rumors and things that we saw him do for months, and he never once mentions his number one ally by name. The only person who gave him a vote. Otherwise, he would have got 0. But kicked, like, and he doesn't mention her. That's 10 minutes of that. And then today we get a new video, and my favorite part of this is at the very start of the video. Let me I'm trying to get to the new video. It is him in the egg costume at the very start. And my favorite part of this, they send him the egg costume.
I wonder if they do that with more people.
They send a lot of.
Get his butler.
It's the whole. I don't know how to say it. It is the whole butler in his house right now. I would just like to know. The funniest part of this video that I found it to be really funny is the fact that it is edited much better. Within 10 seconds, you could tell there's exterior shots, and there's this kind of coloring of this video. And there's it's color graded. It's very blue. It's very orange and blue. There's kind of this fun like vibe to it, and I'm like, oh my god, did he take like a class? It's edited by Turner of like BB27 or something like that.
I remember somebody.
The rug guy.
Yeah.
Who's also on The Amazing Race. 24. Oh my god.
The guy with the rug shop.
With the rug, and he was on. Oh my god, that was Dyer Fest.
Yes.
That was Dyer Fest when he was outside. Oh my god, and Joseph was.
Yes.
But that's the Turner, who, by the way, they made him go by Matt on The Amazing Race. Very strange to me, because technically his wife's last name is also Turner, so they're the Turners. Whatever. That is not Matt. That is Turner. Anyway, I think that is one of the funniest parts of this video, that he enlisted Turner, or unless he went to Vince and was like, dude, your last video was a disaster. I need to help you with this one. And he was actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's about a 10-minute video. I watched it twice. It's a cute video of like B-roll from the show, just saying, oh, I got this from here. Oh, this is the silly time I washed my white pants with my HOH competition, the pink suit, and it tinted the pants pink and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, this is cute. He got the egg costume. He's letting the curls flow, and then he as opposed to straightening his hair, and everyone's like, yay, you look so great. And then he puts the beanie back on. By the way, shout out Starbucks bear cup. You know about this cup? Every time Starbucks has a controversial, like, now it's a new cup that looks like a little bear that has a beanie on it, and every time I look at it, I'm like, oh look, it's Vince. I don't know why. Anything with a green beanie on it, I'm like, that is just Vince now. So I need one of these cups to put a mustache on, and that will be the Vince Starbucks cup. This video is cute. It's whatever. He goes through all of his things, and the highlight of it though is he gets his key, like the key when you first enter, and the one that you vote with in the end too. He finally mentions Morgan, And and again, some context on her earlier stream, she complains, or she basically said that the video he put out in October, she said it was great to see a sign of life from him. And it's so, like, it's sad.
I agree, because as much as I disagree with his conduct on the show, say what you want about Vince. He had a good game to an extent. He was a strong player.
He made it really far.
There's
no denying that.
If he made it in Final Two with a little less blood on his hands, he had a legitimate shot at winning. He played significantly better than everybody else. And I feel bad because, I don't know, like, it's kind of humiliating to see, like, especially in the final. It was like a little, I mean, as much as I was excited for Ashley to win,
yeah,
it was kind of like, it was really grim because he, like, really lost it.
Slaughtered.
Yeah. he really, those final days, like,
yeah,
he was going through it.
And he mentions his crash outs. He's like, he admits to a bunch of it. I think once you learn to laugh about it, that's when you can really move on.
Admitting to everything he was doing. He's very self-aware.
But
like but he doesn't learn.
He doesn't. It's true. He doesn't learn.
He knows what he does wrong, and he just, like, it just goes in one ear and out the other.
Because he instead of taking accountability, he's trying to convince others, even in the post game, that it wasn't that bad, and this and that. I feel like he's still trying to manipulate people outside of this game.
The narrative.
And so, but I look at, though, Morgan was saying she didn't hear from him for weeks. And I know it's hard because of the girlfriend situation, which, I mean, that's not me sympathizing. He completely did that himself. But I'm just acknowledging that maybe the girlfriend was like, do not talk to Morgan. But it's weird that she and him were so close in the game, and the very first sign of life that she gets from him is this public 0 subscriber, brand new YouTube channel. And everyone's just like, ooh, yikes. Like, we're in on the tea, you know?
It would be a little messy for him.
But I mean, even just a text of like, hey, I'm alive. Or at least like and I'm not in that situation, so I don't know what I would do, but be like, hey, things are complicated now. Just wanted to check in on how are you doing mentally. Like, even if you're not talking about your own relationship, you were just locked in a house with no phone, no internet, no nothing for 3 months. Like, a little thumbs up. Like, hey, let's catch up in a couple weeks. I need some time. She didn't get anything. And again, I recognize it's complicated because of maybe he felt it wasn't appropriate to do so or whatever, but it was really interesting to watch that. And now, all these weeks later, again, the 12th of November, he's finally mentioning her by name. Kelsey, by the way, is public on Instagram, and I texted Chris. I was like, oh my God, she was suggested at the top of the feed. Our account follows her now. She's got like 13,000 followers on Instagram. She wasn't even on national TV.
CBS would be doing her a disservice to not just give her a free pass on her next weekend. Let her in. I want to see how she would do.
I'm curious.
Just as a science experiment. Hey, if Big Brother's supposed to be a social experiment, you got a free test subject right there. You got a free.
If she wants to, let her in.
I'm sure she'd be willing to. I feel like if you told anyone, if you just picked a random person off the street and asked them if they wanted to be on Big Brother, they would say yes.
And so, speaking of which, if you randomly see a blue hair person with a person named Chris, and you want a duo twist, co-host twist, we're right here. Just putting that out into the universe. I would never be able to hide that I knew Chris.
No, like neither of us would be able to.
I could try really hard, but I think it'd still be fun. But regardless, he CBS. But so he had a moment, at least in this video, to thank her for sticking by his side and for that one vote. You know, because she didn't have to do that. He made a comment finding out that it was really interesting that she would have cut him at Final 3. He was like, how dare you? You know, followed by but I respect it, and I totally would have still voted for her in the event that he was taken out by her.
She would have made a bad move.
Yeah.
Not getting rid of him if it was her in that spot anyway. But
yeah. So it was just really cool to hear more from him, to kind of get this like closure from the end of the game, especially considering the controversy of their relationship. And that's pretty much all I've got. And I left us no time to say goodbye. We got a couple of seconds. We are at the end of BB27. We will officially be done discussing this as of right now. Thank you so much for tuning into the Diary Room WMSC.
Thank you.
We started this in July with the preseason. I felt like yesterday we were just looking at the layout of the house. And here we are.
My basement. Back home. And now we're
here.
Now we're in the diary room. Been locked in since the start of the semester now. Now it's time to wrap.
Time to.
We'll be back. We'll be back next week.
We will be.
Also,
for BB28? Maybe even sooner. But we've got some things to discuss. But if you want to keep up with me and Chris and all things the Diary Room WMSC, you can follow us on Instagram if you're so inclined at thediaryroom.wmsc. Maybe I'll do some amazing race posts. We'll see. We still got some reels in our audience draft. We still have to discuss some things. And you can find us there. Right?
As for us, 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. It's been a long road.
And thank you for joining us on this journey. I'm playing the competition theme, which means we really got to get out of the diary room. We're going to be free from the diary room. We're going to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in all season long. Have a lovely rest of your day and a lovely rest of your off season. Oh my gosh. Well, until next time. Peace out.
Bye.